But I think one of the key things is identifying and getting consensus on what does worst case scenario actually mean? Are we looking at only natural hazards? And I say natural because it's not just natural hazards that we need to worry about, but is it dealing with stuff that we can't predict or can't prevent happening and preparing for that?
What is the future for cities? Do you want to learn more about them? Do you want to know how others think about them? Do you want to be part of the conversation? Then this is the right place.
Welcome to What is the Future for Cities podcast. I will interview Keygan Huckleberry, Emergency Management Officer in Christchurch. We will talk about his vision for the future of cities, disaster resilience, urban planning with evacuation in mind, safe cities, agreement on urban challenges, and many more.
The other one is, because I talked about 15-minute cities before and whether or not it's the perfect solution. It's an example of something that could help, but it's the mitigation of the effects of isolation. And so not talking about individual isolation from society or anything like that, but a town or a community or a suburb or whatever being isolated from those life essentials, food, water, medical care, etc. And so if these life essentials were evenly distributed across the city, dispersed amongst the population, when big disasters occur, it's easier for those affected communities to remain resilient. Going back to the discussion on resilience before, but I guess one of New Zealand's biggest issues is that we become isolated very quickly.
Find out more in episode 282 with Keygan Huckleberry on the
What is the Future for Cities podcast.